I don't currently hear anything on the live stream. Oh, there we go. I hear myself.
Right, okay. Because the settings weren't correct on this account. So, they should be able to hear me now.
Hang on. Why is Wonderful able to spectate both sides? Is
Ah,
he...
no, I will change that. I did not realise more people had joined. I believe he is Jaggins.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, since we didn't do a brief introduction. Welcome everybody. This is the IOWL Miners stream for the beginning of the playoffs season for the fourth season. We're currently about to start a Tier 2 match. It's going to be Hydra versus Crimson Dragons right now. The first map we're going to play on is... let's see, what's the map pool right now? It's going to be Ilios, Junkertown, and then Volskaya for the first three maps. So we'll start off on Ilios, and then we'll head to Junkertown, Volskaya, and as a fourth and fifth map, we'll go to Blizzard World and Lijiang Tower if it goes to that point.
Yep. Okay.
Now, I'm Chaos 1993, and I'm joined with
LA, because my name is Shin or Jacarito. Most people call me Shin because I'm just giving it a minute because I'm being told that the stream has not been announced, which it should have.
so while my co-host fixes the problem with the stream currently, just to give you guys a little insight here, this will be the first game of many for the playoffs in the fourth season. We'll have a couple more games tomorrow night and Sunday. And if I'm I'm unsure, is this a single elimination or is this a double elimination for the playoffs?
It's double elimination, I believe, because we have a losers bracket.
Okay. So we have a double elimination for the playoffs. So depending on who wins this map, Hydra or Crimson, the winner will proceed in the winners bracket, and the team who's defeated will move to the loser bracket, which they'll still have a chance to make it back up to the winning bracket if they advance through the rest of the matches in that second tier. So just because someone may be eliminated in this match doesn't mean they're eliminated from the playoffs entirely. So both teams, whether who wins or who loses, they still both have a chance to make it to the final round at the end of the playoffs. Now, me personally, I have not seen Hydra or Crimson Dragons play in a game yet. I've casted Tier 1 and Tier 3 teams, so I don't know much about the strategies these two teams use on these maps. And since we're heading to Ilios first, I'm expecting to see a combination of either maybe a Lucio and Pharah, or maybe somewhere in the mix a Roadhog and Orisa, because of the chances for environmental kills on these maps.
Oh, right, there we go. Because it's been posted now, so people should be joining. Okay.
Alright, so I think since Shin fixed the stream, I think we're just about ready to start the first map. So once we get confirmation from both sides,
yeah,
we will kick it off on Ilios. Now, Shin, I'm not sure because I haven't casted with you before.
Yeah.
Have you seen either of these teams play
Um,
before?
no, because I have not, but I do know that my teammate was the coach of Crimson Dragons at one point. So like, so during the season, I've heard very good things about Dragons, but I also know that Hydra were unbeaten for most of the season. So I'm expecting a really good game between two great sides.
Mm-hmm. Now, in terms of the map pool that we have tonight, going from Ilios to Junkertown and Volskaya, I know Volskaya is kind of, I don't want to say a favorite for me and my crew, since we have a, a team comp that we call the Flaming Bone, and it's not what you think. I know when you think of Flaming Bone, you think of maybe something having to do with Hammond or something like that, but it's completely different. So I wonder how that map will go, plus Junkertown, since it's a very wide open map. A perfect place for like a Hanzo or Widow or even an Ashe, since they got so much open ground to snipe a target.
Right, okay. We will be starting in 1 second. Did do one change? Yeah, because this is first time casting, so there will be some slight issues along the way. So bear with us. Oh. Right.
Yeah, we've had previous difficulties before, since this is a
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for? Right, we have both consoles here casting with us. I'm here on the Xbox Series X, and Shin is on PlayStation. I don't know if you have the PS4 or 5.
Alright, because it's the PS4 for me, sadly. I cannot afford a PS5 at the moment.
Yeah, they're still a little difficult to find. I
Yeah.
was fortunate to get the Series X when I did. I was one of the few lucky ones. But it always seems to give us an issue having the cross-play game chat. It always wants to just... It wants to work, but it just throws in a little slight curveball every now and then. And I believe in the on the two teams tonight, I believe it's also a mix between Xbox and PlayStation as well. From what I'm seeing, I think Hydra is PlayStation, or Hydra is Xbox, and I believe Crimson is a PlayStation team, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yes, because I believe that is right, because I'm just still waiting for confirmation from both teams. Once I get that, we'll settle, yes. Because during this time I'm just going to check my settings to make sure everything's correct. Yep. Yep.
And then for anybody who's still tuning in with us while we get everything set up, we do have games set up for tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. I believe we have a game tomorrow for Tier 1, I believe. That should take place around, I think, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, if I'm reading this correctly.
It got changed to 10, that game, I believe.
Yes, you're right. We have a Tier 1 game tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll be Zomnix versus... let me find the other one.
I think it's Blank. I could be wrong on that.
Yes, you're right. It's Blank versus Zomnix. They are Tier 1. So I will be there for that game tomorrow night as well.
Yep.
And there is also a game on Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Unfortunately, I will not be able to be there for that one because I will be at work. But I believe, Shin, you might be there?
Oh yes, because I'm the EU guy, so I will be there for most of the EU games, if not all. LA, because that game is Narwhals versus Queens, because who are both teams that I know very well. But that's enough about those games, because both teams are ready, so now we can start this series.
Okay. So
Right.
we're heading off to Ilios to start this off.
Yep, indeed we are. LA, because you talked about the comms that we'll probably see in Ilios earlier, so I don't need to.
I'm eager to see what we see for a lineup. Right now, we saw Payne for half a second, like Bastion, which that would be an interesting pick for an Ilios map. But Bastion does have a few positions where he might be very effective. But I would say this isn't really a ideal map for Bastion, but we'll see what they run with.
LA, because we're starting off on Lighthouse, so I am expecting to see symmetry comps with mostly bottom from both sides. But it looks like we are getting more dive off Dragons.
Yeah, Hydra, it seems they are running with the Symmetra like you thought they were going to use. Lucio, as I expected. Moira for primary heals. And Soldier for primary damage. And Reinhardt and Diva as tanks. Crimson running with Doomfist, Diva, Tracer, Reinhardt, Lucio, and Baptiste. So more of a dive comp from
Oh yes.
Crimson.
Oh yes, because Hydra should be favoured in this matchup, I think, but you never know with a good dive.
So Hydra making the first move to try to take the position on the point. Crimson coming up in the rear. They do get an early pick on Kamala. So now they're 6-5 right now, but Hydra is still on point, but they're still down one. So now Crimson's making their move onto the point. They do get the pick on the Symmetra, making it a 4v5. The Hydra's still holding their ground.
Yeah,
It's still pretty much even right now, but they do have that Reinhardt ship protecting them, but it doesn't help them much. So right now it's still in Hydra's control, and Hydra will get the first cap on this map.
oh yes, because that's very big for the Symmetry comp, because now they can set up with turrets at some point.
Yeah, their Symmetra turrets I know have been increasingly effective recently in just regular competitive. I've seen a lot of Torbjorn and Symmetra compositions on every map.
It's a weird tactic of Hydra, because I thought they would play on point, but with the dive of Dragons, I guess they want to take the fight to them.
Baptiste's ult coming in from Crimson, Moira ult coming in to protect Hydra. Hydra's still cleaning up. That window didn't really get much, but it was a good idea to keep it right there in the door since they were lined up. But
oh yes, it was definitely a good.
To the left.
It was definitely a good idea. I believe both sides knew Soldier also in that fight.
Yeah, so right now we have currently 2 ults on Hydra's side, Diva Bomb and Symmetra's Wall, and we have an Earth Shatter and Sound Barrier on Crimson. Here comes the Symmetra Wall for Hydra, here comes the Lucio ult for Crimson, so now they gotta make their move with this.
Oh yeah, because that kill on the Symmetra is big, and that's
nice
a huge
Earth Shatter from Crimson.
Charges off the map though.
Yeah,
well,
he
his
does
team
take
should
Reinhardt
clean up
with them, so it does put Crimson within range to take this point. They do boop Moira off the map, so now Crimson does take possession of the point, and so now they're now on the board.
Yep.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Oh yes, this is very back and forth series so far.
I'm on fire.
It should be a good fight for Hydra with Beaten Bomb coming up though.
So now we have Hydra and Crimson with 3 up top. And 3 down below. Hanzo's going around the corner to try and get some early ult charge, but he's got to be careful, he doesn't want to overextend a little bit. And Hydra's going up top, looking to jump right onto the point. They go right above the point, so now they're directly above Crimson. Crimson retreated back inside the point, so now they're going in. possession. They do get a pick on Ghost Rider. Symmetra's turret's doing a lot of damage right now against 2 early picks.
Yeah, that's the power of Symmetra in close space. Oh yeah, so they did have to invest
like they might take possession back of the point, but Diva's still trying to hold on.
I don't
Outnumbered a little bit. Lucio was looking for that boop to knock Symmetra off the map, but now he has to pull back, but does get taken out by the turrets. And now Hydra back in possession of the point, but Crimson's not out of the fight yet. They can still take this back.
Oh yes, definitely. Because they have Nano coming in. Because they just need to not get shattered or Diva.
Soldiers also, if they can take out Reinhardt's shields and use that soldier ult, they should be able to take possession of the point. Soldier ult does get the pick on the Moira.
Oh. Because big soldier will off though.
Does get 2 kills from that ult. Another missiles. So it looks like, yep, Crimson does have enough to take possession of the point. They just got to boot a few that's remaining on the board, like that Lucio. He's coming in to try and stall. Does get taken out. Now Crimson back in possession again. So now they got to hold it from here on out if they want to win this.
Oh, that's an early dragon.
Early dragon, it might not get anybody with that.
Yeah,
so they might have wanted to hold on to that. But.
Yeah, because it was probably news to make space and maybe get a kill, but they'll probably wish like I want to.
Hydra's coming in fast right now. Crimson's gonna have to pull back a little bit to regroup. Symmetra does have the teleporter directly above the point, and now she's coming down to jump right in.
Here comes the Nano.
And on the Reinhardt, giving Crimson a little more advantage in the time being until that wears off. Earth Shatter coming in from Crimson.
Yep.
And Crimson does take the first map.
Because that was a great comeback by them.
Yeah, providing that nano boost to Reinhardt at that last fight was crucial because it basically meant Hydra, they would have went in there, they would have just been taken out by Ghost Rider in an instant. Just from 2 swings, they would have taken out most of their team. So now we're on the ruins, I believe, right?
Yes, I believe this one is called Ruins because I would say this favours Ball again. But Crimson are picking the Widow because with the 1 sight lines, because Widow could be very important.
Yeah, they went Widow and Echo like DPS this time. And Hydra switched it up to Mercy and Lucio for heals. So they switched off the Moira to give the Mercy heals.
Yeah, it's very interesting to come top at Hydra with the top McQuay. It's a lot of point control compared to the dive or the dragon.
Hydra does get the early pick on Brigitte, putting them in a 6v5 team fight. Hydra does get the first cap on the point, so they are on the board. And Crimson's gonna have to pull back a little bit because they are down 2-3 people. Reinhardt just got a shield to his left and retreat.
Because he does. Because this is a shatter coming up for Kamala? I think that's who you said that?
Yeah, Kamala. He's doing a good job on Hydra.
Oh, that was a big shatter on the boy. Oh, he was bearing this with the pin on the echo.
Kamala is winning, but he's on his own. Even though Mercy's got him covered, he's got to be careful. He can't overextend too much.
It's a big kill
Mercy does get a pick on Ghost Rider, so it does bring them down 1 major tank. Does get bring Simplify back into the fight.
Yeah,
now they
it's a
have
good
both
one.
their tanks again.
It's a good signature on Kane off the top of Kane was it also.
Yeah, when Mercy is not, when she's not under fire and she has a lot of free range to heal and revive teammates, she's such a huge asset to the team. It makes her one of the best players to have.
Because here comes the Echo Cop Top.
It does not get anybody though. Here comes the Scorpion ult and High Moon. get anybody though.
Oh, he just soft the legs there. With a nice shot.
Crimson is on point, trying to take possession. I think it's about a 3v3 fight right now, but it looks like it's going to go back into Hydra's favor here.
Yeah, it might not have needed that beat, but I wouldn't feel playing myself because I know sometimes you just want.
High Noon does get
big
two for Crimson. And actually, Crimson does take possession at the last second with that High Noon. Did give them enough leeway to cap the point. Now, Crimson is going to have to hold the map from here on out, just how they did on the first one. Just now, they can't afford to lose at all, because they got to get the whole timer all the way up.
Alright, okay, because Kamala is going to shatter again, so I've got on board with Kamala, and see if he can make anything.
The bomb from Hydra, and nice block from
oh, wall shatters put down.
Yeah. Did not get anybody though. He's done well. Anticipating what Kamala's up.
He really wants to kill that Reinhardt Kamala. He gets it, man.
Yeah,
he's gonna struggle on the echo.
Very aggressive.
A big Deadeye off the other.
Yeah, McCree got both supports for Crimson, and this may be it, and it may give Hydra the second map in their favor.
Yeah, I think that is most likely it for that round.
Crimson was right there with Hammond. He almost had enough time to stall, and just came up just half second short.
Alright, because now we're going to everyone's favourite well, so I'm expecting some boots.
Oh yeah, if we don't see at least one boop here, I'm gonna be sad. Yep, we see the Orisa for Kamala come into play, we see Sigma.
Oh, because Sigma, I don't normally see Sigma on this map, I normally see the Orisa Hog, but Sigma is not a bad player.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd see a Roadhog on this map, but
it's a very different comp. Because okay, never mind. Because Ghostwide
Hydra gave up on the Lucio choice. They went Zenyatta instead, so I'm intrigued by that.
It does make more sense with the double shield to just have more poke damage. So I do see why they did it.
Doomfist did get the early pick on Zenyatta, so now Crimson is in the lead right now with a 5v6.
Yeah, because he might change to Lucio. Oh no, he's changed to Blood. Better choice.
Back in Hydra's favor, it's a 4v5, now it's even again.
Yeah, another big kill for Kamala.
Rotating back and forth, one kill each. One kill to Hydra, one kill to Crimson.
Here comes that Symmetry again though.
Yeah, those turrets, yep, right along that wall is where I anticipate her putting those.
Yeah. It's another big kill of Pain on Doomfist to take out the support early, but he's going to die for it and his team cannot take advantage.
Yeah, Pain might have a little trouble with those Symmetra turrets.
Yeah, he will definitely have
his
trouble.
Mobility a whole lot, especially if he gets attacked by more
yeah,
than
he's
one
changed to Fowler now, which is a good pick, but he may struggle against the McQueen Baptiste of Hydra.
And we see Sneaky Turtle going to a Genji.
Yes, that is a weird pick, but I don't play Genji. They might just make it work. Oh, there's our
first poop.
Yep.
We were talking about.
It's Hanu.
I knew coming in from Hydra. Does knock the Diva out of mech. He was waiting for that defense matrix to come down before he used it.
Oh, we have a nano power.
They're raining down fire on Orisa. She's boosted by Anna.
Yeah. It's that Symmetry again though. Just queening.
Symmetra's still holding ground, and Hydra still able to hold on to this point. They've done very well.
I believe it's Juice Lucy at the moment, no? Right,
Ghost Rider coming back in as Reinhardt, so now...
Oh, that's a big kill off him yet again.
Crimson's gonna have to go along the left wall. Yep, they're doing exactly what I hoped they would do, so now they're gonna fight way down the left. Try and take Hydra down. Yeah, I give it those turrets, keep that. Ghost Rider's going after that Symmetra, can't get close enough, but Barrett does come in with Pain, gets 3 kills.
Yes.
One
not
ult.
very good.
Now we're back to where we were. Crimson's gonna have to hold the map all
Yeah,
the way to
it's
the
definitely. Oh yeah, that's definitely turned into the storyline of Ilios.
This map has always been a difficult map for me personally. So
Oh yes, I agree.
how, like, just the way the map is designed, a lot of opportunities for environmental kills. It's not an easy
Here
map.
comes the blade. He's going into bullets.
Spawn coming in. Right now it's still
Good even.
Pharah and Mercy still have contesting the point, so they might be able to hold it until the rest of the team can get back. Oh no, Hydra did. I believe Pharah and Mercy are too high. Now Hydra does have possession again, but they're gonna have to contest it right now. And they do.
The big
Window
window
coming in
of
from
Hydra.
Hydra. That's gonna pick on Pharah and
Oh, cool girl.
trying to go down and then the bomb. Pharah ult coming in again. Does get Pain, or does get Soldier.
It's just the fire. They can't deal with it at the moment. Oh.
Nice environmental kill from Pharah. Pharah and Mercy just can't go too high though. They can't afford to step off the point.
Yeah, that is the issue because they just have
Pharah
to keep
is holding
walking.
on with all she's got to keep
Line's
Crimson
back.
in this fight. Yep, they do have Ghost
Shatters
Rider
the
in. He
diva.
does Earth Shatter.
He has to keep his shield up so he can't take advantage of it though.
Crimson's not giving up this point. Oh no!
Oh, another
Does
bit.
get booped off. Still fighting with all they have. Pain is keeping them in this.
Yeah.
Pain is killing it for them right now. She's unstoppable.
Oh, let's break it!
Lucio ult from Crimson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he needs to commit it to ensure.
Check this out, I am on fire!
And Crimson does take back the point. They were fighting like Scotsmen. They just wouldn't give it up.
Yeah, okay, because now we have Crimson with Barrage and Blade coming up. Because this could get a lot of value and maybe win 2 fights if they miss.
Nice block by Crimson from that Earth Shatter. Oh no! Those are taken out from Crimson. They are down one main healer, but they do get 3 picks from it though. The Crimson's still in good hands here. Even though they're down 1 healer, they still have Lucio. And Mercy does have her Valkyrie ult, so when she gets back, that should be enough to help them win this map and take the first round. Symmetra does almost have her ult for Hydra, so that may give them enough leeway to take possession too. It's going to come down to this last fight.
Oh yeah, because it's going to depend on if Genji can get value with this Blade.
Here comes the wall, but Symmetra did get taken out from himself.
It's Pain again on the power. He just has not died in a while.
But here comes the Genji ult coming in hot.
Yeah, going for the top.
And the Diva Bomb, all the ults from both sides are coming in. Diva Bomb coming in. Earth Shatter. Pain does take out Symmetra again. Ooh, going after that Symmetra. Kamala did take out Turtle and Pain's down.
It could be Hydra's fight. Good beat of Kittens.
Nice revive from Mercy, bringing Pain back in. Soldier's ult does take out Mercy and
Huge visor. Huge.
And gets Lucio out of it too.
His content. Oh
No!
It's
That boop into the well was, I think, the turning point. And that's what won Hydra the first round.
Oh yes, because based off that first map, because I feel like we're going to be in for a hell of a series.
Play of the game.
Very back and forth.
Hats off to you, Pain. You really kept Crimson in the fight.
Oh yes, this Deadeye especially is very good. Only
21 objective kills, having him and Mercy backing him up was perfect. That kept him in the fight long enough to let the rest of the team come back and stall. Just unfortunate, just Hydra got a quick half-second pick on them, and that's what gave them the first map, but it's only the first map. We still got the rest of the games to go.
Yes, because what is the next map again? I have forgotten.
It is Junkertown.
Oh, Junkertown.
So we're going to a payload map next.
Yes, because I don't see a lot of Junkertown, to be honest. Because I'm expecting double shield with snipers, but we might see the pirate ship.
Yes, pirate ship. Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, everyone's favourite pirate ship. Because what was I gonna say? Because I will be interested to see if Hydra continues to do Symmetra. Because just to teleport around, because they seem to win into Symmetra a lot based on Ilios, but that might just be because it's control.
Yeah, I know since Hydra has been using Symmetra a lot, I'm curious if they'll go double shield, a Symmetra, and maybe even a Bastion.
Yes.
For the pirate ship, and for heals, if I had to guess, since the Lucio has been very effective for them so far, I feel as though they might keep it. Yeah. And just to give Bastion just the extra damage boost, just stick Mercy with him and see how that goes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to look at the comments. Okay. Okay, because I'm just waiting for changes of both sides.
While we wait on that, we will see Crimson on the attack first, and Hydra will be on the defense. So, in terms of how Crimson goes on the offensive, I'm expecting to see the Diva and the Reinhardt again, since that was their primary two that they went with to start off. Being the map is Junkertown, I don't think Pharah would be a wise decision here to start off, but I could be be wrong.
Like, it could possibly work first point, but after that it'd be very tough.
Yeah, so if they don't choose Pharah for the first section, they might go maybe Soldier or even Reaper if Hydra goes full bunker. That way Reaper can just swoop in behind them and force Hydra to turn around, and then that would give Crimson the opening to maybe Earth Shatter them from behind and take them all out. In terms of what type of healers they run again, same thing, possibly Lucio and maybe the Baptiste, because I believe Crimson, yeah, they use the Baptiste on their side. So I wonder when, since they're on the offense first, I'm wondering if maybe they'll throw the window on the payload and then just fire right through it as it's moving.
Right, okay, because we shouldn't be much longer. I'm just making the necessary changes to both sides.
To give props to a person on each side, Kamala to me was the MVP for Hydra on Ilios from his Reinhardt plays that he's done so far. He's been very aggressive, but he's been doing what he needs to do as Reinhardt. And for Crimson, Payne without a doubt took the MVP for that round on their side.
Oh yes, I would agree, Payne.
Yeah, so Kamala, props to you for the first round, and Payne, props to you for the first round for you guys.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, because we have Ghost going out and Naughty Joker and Blank coming in for Dragons, and on Hydra, their team this time is going to be Kamala, Trippy, Whip, Wed Baron, Durskies, and Sleepy. Because I just need confirmation, and we should be ready to go.
And for anybody who just tuned in and didn't see the first round, Hydra did win the first round on Ilio, so it is currently 1-0 in favor of Hydra. Crimson will be on the offensive to start off the second round, while Hydra is on the defense.
LA, because we don't swap sides yet, do we? As after the second map, I can't remember because I don't normally host.
No, this map it stays as it is.
Yeah,
and after
okay.
this map,
Right.
Crimson goes on the defensive and Hydra goes on the offensive.
Yeah, okay. Because thank you for that. I just don't want any hours.
Yeah, control points they're neutral because it's a
Yeah.
control point. The payload and hybrid maps or the double capture objectives. They're where you swap the teams each side.
Yeah, thank you for that. I will keep that in mind.
Okay, looks like we are both ready.
Yep, okay. I will start in 1 second. Because are they both ready? I'm still waiting for confirmation of Hydra. Unless you saw something I did not.
Okay, while they finish checking up their game chat to make sure that's up and running. So far, based on the map pool that we have for this week, have any of these maps been a difficult for you in regular competitive, Shin? Since we played Ilios right now, Junkertown, Volskaya.
LA, because shouldn't really say this on stream, but most of the teams that I'm on really struggle in the 2CP maps. Because 2CP has just a very different mindset and dynamic to it compared to most other game modes. Because where you have to be really good at defending and you can't afford to lose any fights. Because in other game modes, because you can lose a fight and come back. So it's very different. So it's very different. It's very different game style, and so some teams that are not good at control because can be really good at 2CP.
So like how you were saying, the control points, they're different compared to like a payload map like Junkertown. It's a whole different environment, different pace.
Yeah, because
different,
the way I see it is that control points are just chaos. Because tactics can go out the window because it's just an all-out brawl most of the time.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I've always struggled with every map that isn't a hybrid payload or 2CP map. Control points have been my weakest point, just from the fact that it's hard, because my specialty is the support class, so a lot of times it's hard for me to maintain heals across the entire board if teammates split up and half go one side, half go the other side. It's hard to keep the heals up and running.
Oh yes, believe me, I know. Because believe me, I know, because as a support main myself, because that can be an issue.
Yeah, so whereas on maps like this, it's easier for me to keep heals strong, whether it's with Moira, Lucio, Zenyatta, Mercy, even Ana. I can do better on maps like these, whereas if I'm on a map, like Nepal or Ilios, I usually am kind of forced to go Mercy or Moira just because I can maintain heals somewhat effectively, but if I go any other healer, it's hard if they turn a corner and I can't see them, or, situations like that. It's hard for me to keep the whole team healed through a team fight, whereas here they have to either rush the payload or rush the capture point on 2CP or something like that. It's easier to keep line of sight for healing.
Alright, because sorry about the delay, because we are having some voice chat issues with one of the teams at the moment. And so we're just trying to work that out. Yeah, because that's the issue with live games, because you're going to have these technical problems every now and then.
Yeah, it happens every so often.
Y- y-
That's what came with crossplay. It was
Oh
a good
yes.
thing to include, but it came with its bugs, so to speak.
Oh yes, definitely.
It's good.
came with
It's
its
good to
bugs.
bring the entire Overwatch community into one big field, having Xbox, PlayStation, and even PC and Switch all combined into one. But it just comes with its difficulties being on different consoles, platforms. It just you run into those errors that just you don't want to see it, but you know you're going to. It's just it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Yeah, because it definitely is one of those issues. I like it because I'm trying to help them with the issue, but I think it's an Xbox user, so I wouldn't know the answer. I'm not sure actually. No, I say that.
And I just want to give a thank you to everybody who's tuning into the stream tonight. It's very good to see activity in the stream chat and to have people here with us watching these games as they go down live. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you people watching the stream with us. We do this for all of you. So thank you to all of you, all you guys tuning in to watch these games tonight, and we hope we do a good job of casting these games for you.
Yeah, okay, because I think we're going to have to just be okay with the issue, because the issue is that their streamer is not getting audio of the entire team. But I think with Xbox people, because that issue has happened a lot, because just as long as we know that there's no one else in the chat, we should be fine, I believe.
Yeah, I believe we should be okay to continue because we know who's in the game and we know who's not, so nobody can join in unannounced. So
Yeah.
I believe we're good to continue.
Oh yeah, because if this is an issue, the mods can blame me.
I believe Queen is here in the stream chat with us as well. So Queen, if you're hearing this, I believe we're having game chat difficulties for Hydra, I believe.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes, because the issue. Oh yes, because the issue is that their stream audio is not coming through because every team has to stream their team audio for evidence purposes.
So Queen, Wendy, for any of the mods who happen to watch this at a later time, just know that Hydra was having game chat issues with their stream, so if their audio isn't included, that's why, but nobody is here that shouldn't be here. Everybody's here is allowed to be here. So we're just going to continue with the match from here on.
Oh yeah, because I'm just letting them know. Because that we've gave them confirmation. Alright, because we are ready then. Okay.
Okay, so here we go into Junkertown.
Welcome to Junkertown.
Ah yes, Junkertown. I don't normally play this map because I'm more of a Lucio main, and I find the sight lines and high grounds a bit of an issue. But if you're a Mercy main, it is very good. Because
Mercy, Moira, Zen,
yeah, it's
Ana.
yeah, like this is
my
actually
top
my
four.
favorite Ana map in the game.
Really? For Ana?
Yeah, yeah, like you know, like the Winston dive. It doesn't work for everyone on this map, but I make it work. Depends on your team, though.
Ready for battle.
So we see Hydra going on the defensive with Reinhardt and Diva, like I expected them to see.
Oh,
We
it's
see
another
an Ashe
dive.
and Soldier
Attackers
and
incoming.
Mercy and Ana for heal, so they didn't go Lucio this time. They switched it up for an Ana instead.
Yeah.
Crimson, we see, yeah, you're right. It's a full dive comp scenario. I was not expecting that whatsoever. I am surprised.
Yeah, same. But, you know, because funnily enough, because I did just mention the Ana, and both teams are going with it.
Yeah. So
Well, because after all, this is not classed as curse.
Dynamite did not get anybody. Here comes Blank going in for a sneak behind on getting intel on Hydra. He does take out Reinhardt's shield. Yep, they are going to go full dive and just go after that Reinhardt. They're going to take his shield down and just go after them hard.
All the commitment.
Pain did get taken out quickly by a soldier. Now Kamala going toe-to-toe with both the tanks from Crimson. He's been very effective with them so far for Hydra, keeping them in the fight and just using those Earth Shatters very effectively. But Winston's been able... Naughty did get taken out from Soldier, and Soldier doing a lot of damage from the background, from behind both the tanks on Hydra as well.
Because yes, this is two different play styles. Because Dragons have got a more low damage comp, because that is new to dive on one target compared to the... Because compared to the more damage on the side of Hydra. Because that was nano new on...
Yep, I know I can tell both the healers are going to be keeping a very close eye on Kamala, since they gave him the nano boost and the Mercy damage boost along with it for extra damage, since that stacks.
Oh yeah, because he proved in the first match.
But Bob does get put stick right away and gets hacked. A double whammy there.
He's up again, oh, that's the EMP. Kamala should die.
EMP now Genji going in. He's going to get both DPS and Kamala goes down. Ana does take out Genji though, so Crimson does have the upper hand right now. So Mercy does res Soldier back into the fight, but Blank does take her out.
Oh, that's a boot off the map of Naughty on that one.
Yep, so Crimson should get the first cap on Junkertown. But Diva is coming in trying to stall.
It hit from Kamala on the line. Oh, big shatter. Wonderful,
nice.
wonderful combo.
All save the point with that Earth Shatter, giving Diva 3 kills.
Dein Schutzengel ist da.
Oh,
I thought for sure Crimson had that cap under their belt, but Hydra came up and stopped them.
Oh yes, because I just wanted to go back to Dragon's Dive, because that was a wonderful combination of EMP and Void to ensure the team kill.
Yeah, like right now, this is usually how you normally see a EMP. Is the Diva Bomb going in from up high, and then you have the EMP coming in from down low.
60 seconds.
Because Kamala's probably going to
But Crimson still has the upper hand. Does get the pick on the Soldier. And now Crimson should take this first cap, and they do.
Oh yes, because this is going to be a hard fight for Hydra, because with the EMP and Nano on the side.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll see the Diva Bomb and EMP used the way Diva used it earlier. She'll throw the bomb up, and then Sombra will EMP them from down low. Soldier ult coming in, so Hydra or Crimson's got to back up a little bit.
Yeah, he's still going to get sightline, but yeah, that was a good disengage by Crimson.
They do hide in the corner there, but does get animated by Ana. EMP came in a little early.
It was a very good idea off Dragon's though, because
nice
the bait
block
and then
from the Earth Shatter. Does get nano boosted as well.
yeah, he's pushing into that Diva
right now.
Oh, Papen's with
Now we
the
switch
Nano.
nano boost over to Diva, but Diva got put to sleep. The Diva bomb from Hydra
Yeah,
does not get anybody with it though.
Yeah, because it looks like Crimson will clean up.
Nice block from Diva taking out McCree from Hydra. They do get the second cap, so Crimson well on their way to the third checkpoint. They
Oh
have
yes,
3
because I have to give a
minutes
shout out to Blanca's Sombra because his EMPs have been fight winning both times.
Yep, he's done well. I would like to see one EMP with the Diva bomb, where Diva throws it up high and then she just EMPs them from down low, but I have a feeling she hasn't done that yet.
Oh yeah, like it's been a matter of ult like a combination because because I thought they would do it next.
Light does get taken out by Kamala.
Yeah, because what they might do is the Deadeye EMP since Pain is pulling from Deadeye.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of the Deadeye EMP. I usually see it in combination with the Diva ult, not with the Pioneer.
Get in there.
Oh yes, but I think Dragons just have a what if faith in Pain as a DPS.
Diva does take out Ana, so now Hydra back in control again. Pain does get taken out by Ash.
Oh yes, that is an issue for the Crimson Dragons because they have to kill the damage boosted Ash.
Yeah, she's been really effective in keeping Pain out of the fight.
Oh,
He
that was
the
a
MVP from last round.
that was an interesting thing. Yeah, because here comes that man Kamala again.
He is just very, very aggressive. Like he plays
Oh yeah,
like
like
the
you know,
actual
but you
Reinhardt
love to see it in a
character
Lionheart. If you're not, because if you're not playing Lionheart aggressively, because you should be playing a Whisper, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays it like the actual Reinhardt from the Overwatch series. He holds true to Reinhardt's personality.
Oh yes, because one of my favourite Overwatch shots. Alright. So now, oh what a shot.
Both Ash and Soldier keeping Crimson back.
Yes, because they might have to change off the Sombra because they might have to change off the Sombra because she's finding it hard to get in and find value at the moment.
I'm thinking maybe they should bring a see, Pain read my mind. It went right to Widow.
Yeah, it's hard to play Widow. Oh, that is a nice dive.
There you go,
on the
Blank. That
Mercy.
was perfect. That was the kill they needed to keep the scope.
Yeah.
Blank does get taken out by Ash.
Oh, there's Kamala again.
Fight.
He has the nano. His team clearly believe in it. And to be honest, I would believe in him based on so far the game so far. Yeah, so
Maul's gonna be holding this payload with all he's got, so they're gonna have to take him out quick. Alright, comes down to this.
alright, because EMP is coming up. Oh, they die as the dynamite before they can
Bombs
do it.
coming in play. Each one gets a single kill on each side.
Here comes the Visor.
Soldier all coming in now, does get rid of Pain. And Lucio.
Oh, there's Kamala with another shot.
And there you go. Hydra was able to hold them back.
Oh yes, because it's going to be very interesting to see if Kamala can make the Reinhardt work on the attack. Because personally, Junker Talent I don't think favours the attacking Reinhardt with all the high ground among sight lines. But we will see.
Yeah. I do agree that because of all the high grounds, it's hard for Reinhardt to have a...
Yeah, like, he
a
might need the
position
Lucio back. Possibly.
Yeah, but I know based on how Kamala has played so far and the way the teammates have been protecting him, I feel they can pull this off. He's been very good at keeping his shield from breaking. He's been throwing out an enormous amount of damage.
Oh yeah.
His Earth Shatters have been on point, so I think they can make this work. Now we see Crimson switching it up to Ash Pain is going to Ash instead. So I like the change. I hope it's enough for them. I still have this gut feeling that they should have went Reaper to possibly flank Hydra, since that Reaper could have taken out Reinhardt in a lot of instances, or at least chipped away at his health a whole lot.
Oh yeah, because they either need a Reaper or some CC to punish Kamala's aggression. Yeah, because I do find it interesting to see that Ash without the Mercy though, on the side of the
Yeah, that's something you don't normally see. Usually you see her boosted for that extra damage.
Oh yeah, because my thought is that they're going all out to keep their main tank up with the storm.
David does get that early pick on the Widow, bringing it up in Crimson's favor. Naughty and Kamala going toe to toe as Reinhardt.
Oh, that's a big purple Naughty though, off 3 picks.
Yeah, Naughty's got to be careful, otherwise he'll get taken out. Does get pinned and does get taken out, but now Kamala does get taken out by Blank.
Oh yes, that is good Sombra play, because Sombra can punish the Reinhardt when he charges into it. He's a really good Ash whip though. I don't think we've mentioned it enough. Because especially on this map.
Yeah, Dream has Ash on this map. But like we talked about before this map, the snipers are going to be very effective here just because of the wide open space that Junkertown has.
Oh, was that the shot of Kamala that I just made? He's been so deep.
Kamala's been all over the place.
Yeah, but here comes Bob to
Bob coming into play.
Yeah, we have a Nano on the side sweeping. Well, the Nano on both sides does.
Crimson fighting up against a Nano boosted Diva.
Yeah, but here comes Kamala back in the fight.
Diva bomb coming in.
Yeah, nice walk.
The bomb does take out Baptiste.
There's a really nice combo of Hydra there with the guys and the bomb.
The momentum is just unstoppable right now. Hydra's just bringing it all on the field. Crimson's still making them fight for it though. They're not just handing it over to them. They're really just putting those fists up and saying, "You want it, you gotta come get it."
Oh yes, I have to agree. Oh, like, because I've just realised that Dream does not have a Mercy, and he's still getting this value on Ash.
Surrender by my will.
Kamala's still leading the pack.
He has to be careful of the shatter of Naughty Joker though. Okay, never mind. Naughty Joker's just been eliminated. It's just too much aggression of Hydra. Because Dragons are having real issues in dealing with this aggressive flow.
Yeah, a lot of times if you play regular competitive, and if you solo queue it and you run into a very aggressive Reinhardt like this, what normally will happen is if he's not getting protective heals the way he is from Ana and Moira right now, usually he would get taken out in a heartbeat, but since he's been so well protected from his healers, that's why Kamala's been able to do so much damage.
Oh yeah, because this has been...
Visor. Ooh. Nice from Naughty. Does take out Soldier.
Take up Soldier.
And Kamala.
Yeah.
That keeps...
It was really good shot up Naughty there.
Hydra's gonna have to pull out all the stops, or not. Excuse me. Crimson's gonna have to pull out all the stops here for 4 minutes to keep Hydra from capping this point. So, Soldier is gonna have to keep the high ground for Crimson up top, just to keep Diva and Kamala out of play.
Oh yeah, this is the perfect place to do it, because this is the first time that our Dragons have actually gotten the high ground.
Yes, now they gotta hold it. Going out. Diva Bomb coming in. Oh! It hit her perfectly.
No, where's he coming in though? I like his North gets the nano.
That's exactly what they needed. I need to get 2 extra picks. And now it's just Diva stalling the payload right now.
Yeah. He has an Ash battle up top that Dream wins.
Lions does take out the Ana. Here comes Bob coming in now. So now they have...
Yeah, because it's going to be hard for Dragons to contest. Joker is coming. But he gets shattered.
Didn't make it to the point, but no! And there we have it.
Victory.
Yeah,
Hydra takes round 2.
yeah, because that is 2-0 to Hydra now, I believe.
Play of the game.
No, I'll do Dragons win first. That's how to go.
Nerf this.
Really nice.
Epic. Someone needs to show how it's done.
CP doing a good job with those nano boosts.
Oh yes, because both Annas on both teams did really well there. Because to keep their Reinhardt up, but I think the more aggressive side of Kamala is because it's proven an issue for Naughty Joker to deal with. Because when a Reinhardt comes into you like that, it's really hard to know what to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly going to give MVP to 2 members this time. Kamala, obviously, he gets it again. He's a boss.
Yeah.
For the second one, I'm gonna give it to Rip the Dream for playing.
Yes, agreed.
Playing Ash. Ash, he deserved that one. Back on Crimson's side, sorry, Payne, I hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna give it to Blank this time. Just because some of those EMPs were on point and got them to get. And I'll actually give it to Naughty Joker for going toe-to-toe with Kamala and actually bringing him down quite a few times as well.
Oh yes, because what I'm going to do instead is give a shout out to Magical Cat, because they were trying their best on Diva to stop James.
Mm-hmm.
Because they couldn't always do it, but they managed to get some big bombs in there, because I feel like the off-tank flares in this game so far have been a bit undervalued, so I just want to give them a mention.
Yeah, those Diva bombs have come in play with pushing the payload on both sides, especially on that first play that kept Hydra from stopping Crimson from getting that first point. The Diva bomb came in, Kamala came in, earth shattered, knocked 3 of them down, and Diva cleaned up the rest.
Oh yes, but I do find it interesting the lack of Zarya so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen Zarya, we haven't seen Piggy at all. No Pig yet. We saw Orisa for a little bit on Ilios, but not for long. So, maybe we'll see it on Volskaya. I don't think we'll see a Pig on that map, just for how the map is set up. But maybe we'll see Orisa or Sigma on Volskaya, since that's where we're heading next. And so currently we have it's 2-0 with Hydra in the lead right now, correct?
Because yes, I do believe so. Because I have to be honest, because Ilios was so back and forth, it's hard to remember who won it, but I do believe it was Hydra. Oh yes, because I say that because that last fight on Well lasted for so long.
Yeah, that was... Crimson was fighting with all they had to come back, but they just came up a little bit short. Just Hydra managed to get the early picks on the squishies that they needed, and it just gave them the opening they needed to cap and maintain control.
Yeah.
But this is just because this is the third map doesn't mean Crimson's out of the fight yet. They still got
Oh no, not at all.
a lot of fight left in them. So this can be a full clean sweep from here on out. which out of all the games that I've casted so far, I have not had one game go to 5 rounds. I've had one go to 4 rounds, but not to 5. So I would like to see a map go to 5 rounds at least once. So far it hasn't happened yet, but I'm hoping eventually that it will.
Right. Okay, so PK7 out and Varion is in. For the side of Crimson Dragons. Oh yes, but this has been a really good series so far. Very back and forth.
Yeah, first game of the playoffs, and it's been exciting. It's been a lot more. I don't want to say a lot more fun than the regular season, because the regular season was very exciting as well. But a lot more is at stake now, since everyone's playing with a little extra oomph in their step. They're bringing 110%, not just 100. Since now we're coming down to the end where everybody's fighting for that championship title prize now. Not that there's really anything on the line, just having the title itself, but everybody just wants to make it all the way to the final round.
Oh yes, agreed. But because we have another change for Crimson Dragons, because Joker is going out and Wonderful is coming in, because I actually know Wonderful because from Tier 3. Because they are a really good player.
I do know Wonderful as well. He actually
he probably filled for your team, I imagine. He's filled for a lot of teams this season.
Yeah, he filled for us, I think twice actually. So I know his play style. I know what he plays in mains. So seeing him again is gonna be wonderful to see.
Oh yeah, like he's a really nice guy as well.
No pun intended when I said wonderful.
Yeah.
Seeing that he's gonna be on tank.
No, he's not on tank. I messed up. He's gonna be DPS. I just got told
okay.
that now.
Yeah, knowing that he's on tank now or damage, bleh. I know what he's gonna go ahead and go do. I don't have to question myself on that one.
Yeah.
Seeing Pain switched up to tank though is an interesting choice. So it'll be Wonderful and Blank on DPS.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And Hydra, we're seeing.
I'm still making
I
changes
believe...
for Hydra. Because they're actually taking out Dream. I found that interesting. But
Who are they taking out?
they're taking out Dream after his fantastic performance in the last map.
Oh wow, Kamala's sitting this one out. I'm surprised, given how much momentum he's brought in. And
yes,
Dream
I actually
as well.
didn't realise that till you. So they want Painless in. Okay, there's Painless. Because making these changes is a bit difficult at times because both teams have got a player called Pain. So
seeing that Kamala and Dream are out for this map, I'm wondering if they were keeping their true potential hidden all this time. If maybe Hydra and if Kamala and Dream were just the warm up.
Yeah, because it could just be a difference. Because my thought is because maybe we'll see some more Whistle play so with Kamala out. Because in Volsaya, especially on defense, I don't think you can do what Kamala was doing.
Well, since he was a very aggressive Reinhardt, I'm wondering if they'll be a little more on the defensive this time.
Oh yes, I would imagine so. Okay, Wonderful joined our group because I guess he did that. Because I guess he did that just to join back in the lobby.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, because at the end of the game, I take it we don't do interviews or anything like other leagues. I've not casted before, so.
After I haven't done any post interviews with any of the teams so far. I don't know if that will be a thing. I have a feeling it might be a thing for the finale.
Oh
For
yeah,
the
I think
final
that would be
round of
nice,
the other
especially
game?
after the final.
I don't think I've been told we don't do any currently right now. Maybe that'll be something takes place next season. To do maybe a post interview every so often, just to get an insight from how both teams felt during the game, what they think they excelled at, and where they think they need improvement.
Oh yeah,
So-
because like the other league I'm in, because do that and it's very interesting. But like we've had some issues casting all season, so like just a little bit at the time.
hmm
Yeah, because like the casting will definitely get better throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, so far we've been casting this game, but we have a few other casters that'll be joining us for the rest of the playoffs later on this week and the weeks to come. So you'll see plenty more of us and the rest of our cast in the next coming weeks.
Oh yes, because they'll definitely see more of both of those because I think we are the most free out of the casters. But that may change in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I know Joe from Adaptation, he's also free if any of us happen to have any hiccups where we can't make it for any particular reason.
Oh yes,
He
because
may
Joe's
tune
a
in-
really nice guy. Because like he's also on my team, so like I'd be interested to cast with him at some point if possible. But we will see.
He may actually be able to join on Sunday since I will be unavailable due to my work schedule. But I'm not sure if he'll be taking that spot or if somebody else will.
Oh yeah, because I can solo cast if needed. I don't mind as well, but it's just not the same that way because both teams are now ready, so we can go into Volsaya.
Yep.
Okay, just gonna.
And for anybody who's tuning into this map, it is currently 2-0 in Hydra's favor. So right now, Crimson is not on the board currently, but it doesn't mean they're out just yet. They still have a long fight ahead of them. If they,
Oh yes, definitely, because the saw line is not the true story of this series.
Yeah, so right now we're on the third map, but if Crimson pulls a win out of their hat, we'll be heading on to the fourth map, which is Blizzard World.
Oh, Blizzard World is always a fun map.
Yeah, that's a fan favorite just from how the map is designed. I just love the layout of it.
Oh yes, because it really is a fun park.
Ready for battle.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's no King's War, but okay, we have a Winston Diva on the side.
So
of
Hydra is
yeah.
going on. Hydra is on the left, correct? Or no?
It's Dragons on the left. We swapped sides.
Okay, so Dragons are on the right.
Yeah. Just give me a second.
Oh no, Crimson's on the left. Okay.
Yeah, Crimson's on the left. Hydra's on the right.
Yeah, I forgot we switched sides.
Oh yeah, like it's a good thing
Crimson.
I remembered because I needed you to remind me. We're all good though. We're all good. Right, so we're getting a Mace Sombra. Don't normally see them there.
we do finally see the Reaper brought into play and Junkrat from Hydra. So we're finally seeing the Reaper come into play this time.
It's a really interesting attack contrast.
Yeah, Crimson coming in with the Winston and the Diva for a dive combination.
Yeah. Oh. Fine. Oh yes.
We do get
Oh
an
yes,
early-
because this is our first time seeing this tank line of Hydra, I believe.
Payne does get the early pick on Rio.
Yeah.
Everyone's going around back.
Oh, that is a big ledge on
Payne did
Rio.
not get. Diva does get a pick on.
It's definitely going the way of Hydra.
So Hydra, I believe, is going to take the first cap at this point.
Oh yes, that was a really good turnaround. Because when that Winston died in by himself, because I thought it was going to be a fast team fight. But wonderful way of Hydra to turn around. And then Winston no time to
Hydra
go for
with over 5.5 minutes to capture the second point, so now Crimson's gonna have to hold strong here.
Yeah, it's a really hard point
Wonderful on
to
May.
capture.
They're going after that Winston hard.
Oh wait, that is a lot of ults on the side of Hydra.
Nice pick on Wonderful.
Yeah.
Blake does take out Rio,
Yeah,
but Hydra's
because-
still going in strong.
Oh yes, because we have the death block coming up for Hydra also, so we'll have to try and get to the win.
Nice pick on Haynes. He's keeping them in the fight so far. They do have 1.5 picks so far.
Yeah. Oh, nice crap in the mouth. Oh wait, because you were definitely right about the lead when you needed.
I'm on fire.
Bomb coming in.
Nice bomb.
Does take out the Hammond.
Yeah, because that lead could be...
Still trying to stall the clock. That's all they can do now. Tracer coming in. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Stall time.
Tried for the race off there on there, but Baron's there, 2 shots down.
Hammond trying to stall.
Yeah, hard to kill Hammond without the CC, but they
And
eventually
they
get
do,
it.
and they cap it with 4:21 left on the clock. So Hydra really came in with a lot of aggression and momentum.
Oh yeah, they definitely did, because I think the MVP of that first half was probably Wed Baron on the Weeper. He was killing everyone on that one. He was killing everyone on that second point. But this is not over by any means.
No, there's still a lot of fight left in Crimson. They can reverse sweep this. Hydra just happened to catch Crimson looking the other way, but they can easily turn that around.
Oh yes, because what I think it was, of Dragons is they were expecting a Reinhardt, so when a Winston came in, their comp was not as well equipped with it, perhaps. Okay, so Hydra are doing the double shield with the Torb, Soldier, Mayua, Anna.
Double shield, like I talked about briefly before the map, and a Torbjorn, Soldier, Moira, and Hydra, or no, Crimson, going Reinhardt, Diva, May, Curry, Ana, and Mercy.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Active A.
The Torbjorn's got the high ground up on the corner, looking for an opening. I do see his turret all the way in the background.
Yeah, that's a really good Torb spot, actually.
The Crimson's going up top on the far right.
Alright, because let's get on board with the team, because we see the fight of them.
Looking out to battle up top. Ana on the opposite side. They can get over and flank that Ana on the right and get very close. Kane trying to break through and give them an opening. Moira does fall off the edge on Hydra's side, so now Crimson pushing into the point. He's got to get up there and take out that Ana up on the top building.
Yeah, he's still on top of that building, very low on health, but I think
Mercy
this
can
is
go up there
the
and
fight
go get her,
for
and she
Crimson.
goes after her, and she
the
does
battle
get her.
Mercy. Love to see a battle Mercy.
Yep. I know some people don't really like to see Mercy whip out that pistol of hers, but she can be very effective with it.
Oh yes, because Vulcan Mercy is a match for most DPS in my opinion.
Plus it has infinite ammo for the time being. No reload, no nothing to stop it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dangerous, because this is a good time bank of Dragon going into second point.
They do take out. Wonderful does get the pick on Torbjorn.
Yeah, here comes the
Now,
nano. Big
going
shot.
in hot. They got that first pick and they're going in.
Yeah. The
Nice
Super
hit.
Dragon needs to die.
Nice May ult from Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, he may have moved it a little bit early, but should be fine. Okay, is this good? They actually want to have it? Oh, indeed they are. Fantastic.
Yes, Crimson does take it, and it brings the time down from both sides to 2:28 and 2 minutes on the dot for Hydra.
Oh,
So,
yes.
just like you said,
start.
Crimson was not out of the fight yet. They still had a few tricks up their sleeve.
Oh yes, because I do have to give it to Crimson because I thought they would sluggo into the double shield, but they just brute forced their way through it.
Yep, they saw that opening that Wonderful gave them by taking out the Torb, and they're like, "That's it. We got to go right now." So they went for it, and they got it. And Pain pushed forward into Hydra's spawn, keeping that Torbjorn from throwing his molten core onto the point, which could have been
okay, because we're
brutal for
asking
them.
for a pause. Okay.
Okay, he said they're ready.
Ah, okay. Alright, because don't know what that was about, but we're back in the action now.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh wait, they said they still need a pause for something. I'm
do
not
they?
sure what though.
Alright, because I think you might be a couple of seconds ahead of me because I just came up from my swing.
I'm not sure if we're having somebody with. Ah, okay, someone went to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, well, because if you need to go, you need to go.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Nah, you definitely cannot because, like, especially in an intense series such as this.
Yeah.
Alright, because fantastic time bank off both sides though, of their first attacks.
Yeah, this is actually the first game that I casted where both teams were over the 2-minute mark, and they capped it and reduced the time to the 2-minute limit.
Oh yeah,
So
but
I haven't.
oh yes, but it wasn't always like this because in old Overwatch, because it didn't put the time down, so you got really long games back then.
Yeah, this was a recent change that Overwatch made a couple months ago, where if you had a time of, like, say, 3 minutes or something on both sides, the time was left as it is. But they changed it because they wanted games to be more fast-paced. They wanted them to keep going and not linger on and on. So they implemented this new system to where it reduces it down to 2 minutes to keep the games going fast and smooth. That way, say if a team happens to have somebody leave or disconnect or just is unfortunately throwing, then they want the game to be over quickly and not linger and force people to sit in a game where there's no point. You know, so that's part of the reason why they implemented this. It wasn't their actual reason, but it played a factor in it. As a way to
because
help
that was
people.
definitely the reason. Because, like, 2CP is not everyone's favourite game mode to begin with, so being stuck in it for 5 minutes is not a fun time.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's a good idea that this was implemented. So, if a game is going, like, since both teams captured with what I believe was like 4 minutes left on each side, if this wasn't in the game right now, Crimson, they're on. I keep forgetting because I'm so used to them being on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. we'll get used to it over time.
Hydra is on. Hydra's red, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. Because your
Hydra's
Hydra's
on the
white,
red.
Crimson one left.
Yeah, Hydra would have been on the offensive with over 4 minutes left on the clock, and same with Crimson. That's where we would be right now. Crimson would be on the attack, and they'd have like 4.5 minutes left and so would Crimson, or so would Hydra. They have 4 minutes. But
Alright, okay.
since this is in there now,
Alright, okay, because I just got confirmation of both sides, so we are going back into the game.
okay. So
See my muscles?
I love that voice line from Reinhardt.
Yeah, well, he's just a fun character, Reinhardt. He has so much charisma.
Yep.
Yeah,
Him
okay.
and his little buddy comments with Torbjorn.
Oh, yeah.
3.
Yeah, well, Reinhardt is fun for everyone.
Attackers incoming.
That's why
Yeah.
he's a fan favorite. He always has been. Okay, so we have Crimson on the attack, coming in with Diva and Winston again, so they're going dive comp again. And Reaper is going up top, so yeah, they're going right on top of the point.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, because we have Wenderful on the Queen instead of the main stack, and Blank is back on his twitch axis.
Winston going in to try to give the initial push onto that point.
Yeah. Oops.
Junkrat is up top of the point with Mercy.
Oh yeah, I think we were
looking for that early
dangerous. We
pick
were
on that
coming
Samba.
behind them also.
He does pull back to regroup with the team. Now Hydra did pull back into the building, so now they...
Yeah.
Crimson does have a chance
It's
to
actually
take-
Crimson that pulled back. It's in the team, sorry.
What is it?
Like, because Crimson are defending, Hydra attacking.
Oh, whoops.
I think I'm right anyway, I hope so. We're really making the difference,
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Crimson is defending this. Yeah, Crimson is defending. Hydra is on the attack.
Yeah, because that was a good defense of Crimson there. Because they have EMP for the last team fight as well.
30 seconds remaining.
Because which could win them the defense if he does it well. I'm actually going to watch this on both of this. Here comes the EMP.
EMP from Crimson.
The Reaper is down.
Let's get the pick on that Reaper.
Here comes the tire. Kills Wonderful.
Nice EMP from Crimson. Hydra playing Diva Bomb right now.
Yeah, because that's a big
Nice
legend
pick on
balance.
Lucio.
Oh,
Looks like Hydra is going to clean up.
yeah. Unless Diva Bomb
Diva
comes
Bomb does
everyone.
come in though.
Oh.
Does get 2 picks on Crimson.
Yeah, but I think they still have enough if they can kill Diva.
Diva is trying to stall. But Hydra does have enough to, I think, take this first point.
Oh yes, because they also have Reaper ult. So with 30 seconds, because they still can cap second if the Reaper ult does get out here. Because
So
they
with
went
that
to
Reaper
top.
ult,
Interesting. 30 seconds and going top.
well, I think Diva or Winston's going to just dive on the point in the last second to force it into overtime. There goes Reaper, he ults in.
Yeah.
He does get blocked by
Yeah, fantastic soft off Diva and Wednesday.
Comes back in the ult from,
Does the shadow.
Mindu coming in. He does get rid of Mercy. Giving Crimson the opportunity to hold this.
Really making a difference Wonderful on the most three. On the three fans.
Him on the 3 gave him that opening. Diva Bomb coming in, does get blocked.
Oh, Kua Blind.
Nice pin from Payne.
Yeah, because Kane is going to have flat.
And then
That is a big shot.
does knock down the Reaper. That should be a kill. Yep, did he get it?
Yeah, because that is beat up Kittens,
Lucio.
and that should ensure the fight. As long as they stop Wes.
Mercy does bring Diva back into the fight.
Did not get that.
Does get taken out before she can put that into her neck. And Crimson does hold them from getting the second cap.
Oh yes, because that was a really nice hold off Crimson.
2 to 3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Oh wait, because let's see if Crimson can replicate their first attack. Because what happens if this is a draw? It's first to 3, right? So we play a map 4.
If this ends in a draw, we still move on to the 4th map, and if it happens to be a 2-2 at the end of 5 rounds,
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure
Yeah,
what that happens
like,
in a playoff match.
Yeah, like, yeah. Oh yeah, because in the normal season, because both teams could just decide it as a draw if they didn't want to do a 6 map. Because I don't think a 6 map ever happened. Could be wrong.
No, I don't. I think if there is a 6 map, I think it would have to be another control point, just to make sure it doesn't end in a draw.
Oh yeah,
But we'll see if we get to that point.
Oh yeah,
Right now
because
we
we'll
have,
definitely
Crimson.
see if that happens. Because I'd love to see that happen personally, but
Yeah, I would too. Right now we have Crimson going on the offensive, looking
Yeah.
to take this first point, and Payne's going in with a lot of aggression.
yeah. Oh, that's a good ice ball then.
Nice early pick on that Rio, and early pick on the Diva too, knocking her out of mech.
Yeah, like this is looking like it's going to be a first point cap for Crimson.
Yep, they do get the pick on that. That means they're just focusing targets right now. Now they're focusing on that Torbjorn, and does get him. So yeah, it looks like Crimson's going to take this first map with relative ease.
Oh yes, but that's been a big highlight of Crimson's play all night, has been their target priority, because that's why their dives has been so good.
And having that May from Wonderful help them freeze targets has been helping them a lot lately.
Oh yes, because his ice wall on because his ice wall on Rio at the start opened the fight. He just died there, but they have 2 minutes to get 1 tick.
Yeah, Wonderful, or Crimson's got a lot of time. They can actually win this map. It may not end in a draw. They can actually win this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I could see them winning this off a male of Wonderful, so it's going to be off 7-5 to try and eat
They
that.
almost have every ultimate ready, so they can
Yeah,
all
they do.
possibly
It is-
ult at the same time. And Hydra
Have
is
nothing.
only close to 1 ultimate. No, 2 ultimates actually.
Yeah. Yeah, because Magical Cat is going to have to stop that visor.
All right, here comes the nano boost.
Here
I
comes
knew
the Deadeye.
And Blizzard.
That is a huge shot.
And they do. Crimson just took that with ease.
Yeah, well, because we've got a series now. Because fantastic map off Crimson, because I thought that might favour them because of their target priority. Okay. I just got to check what the next map is. We have Fire Blizzard World, we talked about that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. We talked about MVPs in previous maps. Because I think we have to give it to Wonderful because of his Queen Mayfair. He definitely made
I
a
would
difference.
agree with you. Yep, Wonderful did make the difference for Crimson, putting them on the board for that map.
Oh yes, because on the side of Hydra, because I think Wedbowen on the Leaper definitely did a lot. Because with his Wineheart at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like okay, because we swapped sides again since that was not a control map.
Yep, so now we switch back to Crimson on the left, and Hydra on the left, Crimson back on the right.
Oh yeah, because it should be easy for you now. Right, okay, because I'm just swapping the spectators first, because last time I did not, and I forgot who was spectating who. Yeah.
So we are heading to a 4th map in this first playoff match. It is currently 2-1. Hydra won the first 2 maps, Ilios and Junkertown. And Crimson came out on top on Volskaya. So now we are heading into map 4, which is Blizzard World. And we will
Yes.
have Hydra on the attack and Crimson on the defense.
Yep, because I will make changes in a second. I'm just doing my other game mobbing responsibilities. Hate to do it, but someone has to. Right, let me check.
Maybe next time I'll host a lobby. That way you don't have to go through all the struggles.
Oh yeah, because you might be faster than me.
I don't want to say I'd be faster. I think I'd be maybe a little bit slower, but I don't know.
Yeah, you know, but like I said, because like over time we'll get faster at this.
Hmm.
Yeah, but this has been a fun series so far, and it's been a pleasure casting with you tonight.
Yeah, it's our first time meeting up casting so far. I've casted with Swan, Queen, and Light
Whoops.
so far. So this is the first time me and you have met so
Yep.
far. So we'll meet up again. I'm tomorrow night, I believe, too. I think.
Yes, for I think it's a tier 1 game tomorrow night.
Yes, Blank versus Zomnix. So we'll meet up
I
for that
don't-
one.
Oh no, actually, because I'm not going to that one because of the time change. I forgot.
So yeah, tomorrow it'll be me and Queen.
Yeah, yes, it's
Oh.
going tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'll be casting with Queen tomorrow night, which for everybody in the stream chat, I'm sure you all know who Queen is. She was the first person I casted with. She helped train me to become the caster that I am now.
Oh yes, because Queen has done a fantastic job with all the casters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been casting for IOWL since its beginning, back in Season 1. This is my first season playing in IOWL and casting for it. So this is new for me.
Yep, so we have Elephants playing that in tank with Trippy. Yeah.
So far, we have not seen Elephants play on Hydra's side yet, so I'm
No.
curious who he plays in this matchup. I'm wondering if we'll see Kamala or Ghost Rider or Dream back in play for Hydra, though.
Okay, so Elephants, Trippy, Painless is coming back in also with Whip the Dream. So a lot of changes off Hydra every map. Because they've definitely got tactics for each map, I would say.
Yeah, it's not something that I've seen that much in the games that I've casted, is have different lineups for different maps. It's clear they've had done a lot of practice outside of here, thinking of, okay, what map best suits us for this map, like what's our best combination for a control point, what's the best combination we have for a hybrid or a payload or a 2CP. I can see both sides have put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, so it is going to be Wed and Sleepy on the supports on the side of Hydra. I like it because he was their Reaper player last map, but now he's going in on support. I'm interested to see what he plays. Unless he played earlier and I forgot. Okay, and on the side of Crimson, very on for Ghost, with Ghost going on tank.
We do see Blank going on support
Yep.
instead this time.
Yeah,
So
some,
normally
interesting
we saw
changes.
him on DPS with Sombra. So switching over to support, I'm curious what support he'll bring into this map this time around. So we do have Dream back in for Hydra, which I'm good to see him back in there because he was doing an excellent job with Ash on Junkertown. So I'm wondering if he'll do the same trick on Blizzard World.
Okay.
And we see Pain going for DPS for Crimson, which
Yeah.
he was doing good on tank as their Reinhardt, as their main tank or even off tank. So It's good to see a lot of their players have a lot of flexibility. They're not just tied down to one role.
Blank on support. Yeah, because I will need confirmation because I may have made the mistake somewhere along the way here. There's just a lot of spectators to the... Well, not spectators, like players. Yeah. Okay, I would just... Right, because I'm just getting confirmation that everything is correct on both sides. I also have to change the map because the West people want to watch Full Sail again.
Yeah, I mean, Volskaya is a good map, but I think Blizzard World is definitely better.
Yeah.
It's no, it's not everybody's favorite hybrid map. Everybody knows what the favorite hybrid map in the game is, but it's not a bad one.
Right, okay, I have now got confirmation.
Okay, so in any second we should be jumping into Blizzard World.
Yep. Very interesting map, Blizzard World, because each point is very different to each other.
There was a previous change Blizzard World had when it was first released into the game. The second checkpoint was a lot closer to the spawn than it was previously. I'm not sure if you knew that.
Oh, I think I remember that vaguely, but that's when I used to play Overwatch a lot more casually.
Yeah, when this map was first released, I believe two years ago, I think. I know it had to have been at least 2 years ago.
It was an anniversary event map, wasn't it? I think, when it came out.
I believe so. When this map first came out, it was incredibly hard to play this on the offensive after you capped the first point and got the payload out.
Oh, yeah, it was a bit further up, wasn't it? I do remember
because
that,
the second checkpoint was so close to the enemy spawn room that it literally took them about 3 seconds to get back to the payload and stall, whereas you had about a 20 or 30 second timer from the offensive spawn.
Oh yes, I do. I do remember that actually. No, because now you mention it.
So that was a huge problem when this map first came out, but then they changed it after a couple months of realizing, okay, I think we made the spawn or made the checkpoint a little too close. So they pulled it back just a little bit, not much, but they pulled it back just enough to give the offense a little more leeway to still get the checkpoint with giving the defense enough time to get back there and stall.
Oh yeah. It had another change of 2CP we didn't mention actually that was recent. Because the instant respawn change. Because for the defending team. Because before like on 2CP, because you would try and like fight on first point or die, and then the other team would just 1 to second and you're also respawning.
Mhm.
Because that was a big issue for a while.
Yeah. But this map just overall, I like the design of it because it has pretty much every game. It has pretty much every game that Blizzard has ever made, going from like one of my all-time favorites, that's strictly a PC game, which is the StarCraft universe, which I can't get enough of StarCraft.
It's a fascinating universe, StarCraft. I haven't played myself, but I know about the war.
Yep. And then of course everybody knows WoW or World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I think that
and then the last one's Diablo, I believe.
Yeah, everybody's still anticipating Diablo 4's release, as well as new updates.
Oh yeah, it's got another one with Hearthstone as for the attacker spawn.
So we have
When to fall back on the May. He was teasing the Bastion, but I think we all knew we were not going to see the Bastion.
So we have Crimson on the offensive, Ghost Rider, and Magical going Reinhardt and Diva again.
Yeah, because yet again, no Zarya.
Yeah, we still haven't seen a Zarya in play yet. They've just been strictly Reinhardt and Diva tonight. Crimson did go high up top. Alright, they're gonna go down low and make a left. They're ready for it. So So right now,
Been
Reinhardt
forced
was
into
looking for that
Hydra.
kill, he didn't get it. And you get a pick on that Baptiste though.
It is Wesley instantly though. Good Wesley sweeper.
Nice immortality field right there to keep the team healed up.
Good ice wall.
Nice wall from Wonderful, and window coming into play.
Yep. Oh, there comes Bob.
Bob
Through
comes
the
in.
window. Fantastic Bob actually, in the middle of the window.
Yeah, but Payne's kind of stuck there behind those crates. He can't move.
Yeah, but they are.
So Hydra's gonna be able to stall and keep possession of the point.
Yeah, it's that person dream again or not? Because he's been an issue for Dragons all night.
I get the idea.
But they do have mail coming in. So it'll be interesting to see if Wonderful can do another big mail like he did in Bullseye.
Crimson's regrouping, ready for their next fight. David is walled up, does get taken out of the neck though.
Oh yeah, because that's going to make it a lot easier to get the mail off.
Because the May ult, perfect May ult too, they needed that.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, Corbett coming in from high ground. Gets the mayor, but... L comes from back. He will surely die though.
With that, Crimson should take the payload for Blizzard World, so they'll be on the move.
Oh yeah, because we have the window fight coming up for both teams. So it's going to be the battle of the Shattered also, so what I'm going to do is watch one of the white cards.
Go! Barrier activated. Let them out.
That's a good window.
Does get taken out by Symmetra. Hydra does have the slight advantage here. They can push Crimson back.
Oh yes, because it is the Symmetry coming back from the first map actually.
Yeah, that Symmetra was giving them a lot of trouble on Ilios with those turrets, so the Crimson does have 5 ults ready.
So it's another good Bob, but Wonderful should be able to freeze it, which he does.
They push Bob right out of the way so they can keep this payload moving. Hydra does have the high ground, so Crimson's got to be careful about that.
Oh, no, what a headshot of Wonderful there. That is not easy to do.
Fever Bomb coming in. Does not get anybody though, but they do pick up kill on the Baptiste. And
I
on
have
the
to turn in the
Symmetra.
fight because Kitten's with a double kill on the Baptiste and Blank getting his own.
So Crimson still keeping their momentum high as they keep moving this payload. They should be able to get the second cap, and they do.
Oh,
Now
fail
Crimson with
stabs
just
that
under,
mercy.
now Crimson with just under 4 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
Push
oh
it to
well,
the
that's a
cap.
really bad spawn. Using Timothy PT to get out though. Well, Timothy did. It must have been a bit of a miscommunication there.
Nice job on Crimson for being aggressive and keeping Hydra away from the payload.
Oh yeah, because
They still
Crimson
have
have really
5
turned a
ults.
corner because since Full Sail. They look a lot better.
Crimson still has 4 ults ready to go. Lucio ult and Baptiste, Reinhardt, and May.
There's about
Oh, we do see the window coming into play now.
yeah, we'll probably see a mail coming up as well. We do? It's a good video.
Ghost doing a good job of shielding his teammates from Bob.
Oh,
Nice earth shatter from Ghost Rider.
yeah, that was a huge shadow of Ghost Rider.
The momentum's been on point so far. Oh no!
It was a good combo though of the Hydra there with the shadow and bomb. You can't stop both.
Wonderful still doing a good job of freezing and slowing down targets when the rest of Crimson to cool down.
Oh yeah, but Hydra turning the fight.
Out of my way.
Yep. Hydra is turning the fight back in their favor, so now Reinhardt's shielding the rest of them while they pull back.
Oh yeah, because Blizzard World last point is really hard to tap, especially because especially if it's up like the spawn advantage and just the high advantage is very difficult. Right, because Sleepy had got a nano online, so they may nano everything.
They're going to with a quick ult charge to go for his next third shadow. If you have a nano boosted Reinhardt, a little hot from
Good charge.
Hydra, but does get pinned.
Oh no, he gets out.
Here comes Tact Visor.
Oh, good block. Good block by him.
Nice May wall.
Alright, because we have a wonderful... because we have wonderful with Blizzard again. That's the early window.
From Hydra.
Because then I threw the window.
Nice double kill from Pain.
Well, we put it in the back door. Huge shackle heresy.
All these ultimates keep bringing both sides back and forth.
Yeah, they turned it around.
Switching.
They turned it around, Dragons. I didn't think they would. But wonderful again with the mail, getting tons of value.
Yeah, both sides have done a really good job of turning the tides. Both sides.
Oh yeah.
Now it's going to be a battle for the cap.
Yeah.
Right now it seems like Crimson is in the the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, like, it's all about the soul as well, because if you get it to zero, it can make a big difference.
Not coming in. Does not get anybody.
I think it was a little bit too high. Yeah. Some wonderful play on the Doomfist of playing like that. Yeah, okay.
Crimson does take it.
Oh yes, because something I've noticed is that Hydra are now the more defensive team compared to the first two maps, because where they were very aggro and pushing Crimson back.
Yeah, so it seems that Crimson has kind of stolen their momentum a little bit, putting them now in the driver's seat and putting Hydra on the defensive. So we might actually see the clean sweep that we were discussing earlier.
Oh yeah, but it's still early yet, because they could still turn this round.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hydra still has enough time to pull an upset and win this, because for people who are tuning in just now, it is currently 2-1 in Hydra's favor, so this is match point. If Hydra does win this map, they do take the series for this one, which will advance Hydra into the next round, and will put Crimson in the loser bracket, which doesn't eliminate them completely. It just moves them down to another bracket.
Yeah, it just makes it a lot harder, because you have to play a couple more games, I think, like one or two, compared to winners.
So, no matter who wins or who loses this matchup tonight, both teams will still move on in the playoffs. Just it'll be slightly more difficult for whichever team doesn't come out on top.
Oh yes, agreed. Because whoever loses tonight, because I'm looking forward to seeing both teams in future. Fantastic show on both sides so far.
Kane does get the early pick on Junkrat.
Yeah,
He just goes
that's the right
right
damage.
into the
Oh,
point.
Wonderful is down from West Down and moves to it. He gets nice that nicely. Soldiers on the side. Some nice team play of Magical Cup.
Doing a good job of holding on to that point, even though Hydra just went diving right into there, hoping to catch Crimson looking the other way, like they did on Volskaya.
Oh yeah, like if...
Didn't work out this time.
Oh yes, because it's pain on the Ash getting damage boosted, it's a lot of damage. Because Hydra is struggling to get all the way in without losing so much. because they have weaponized this, and now they are taking the high ground.
Yep. Hydra went back up top, looking to possibly jump down from the right side or possibly the left. I'm not sure yet.
Oh yeah, because that's the advantage of the Lucio, because you can do these rotations.
There they go. Hydra just swarming right into the fort now.
Oh, it's a visor behind him.
Wonderful does.
That is a huge shot of Ghost Rider.
Nice combination from Reinhardt, May, and Baptiste to get rid of that Reinhardt.
Alright, because I agree. Because Magical Cat also did a really good job there at stopping the soldier wall. Because she was not letting him get any space.
But right now, it just seems like Hydra's having a little bit of trouble just gaining that momentum back that they had the first two maps. It just seems like they're struggling a little bit, but it's not saying they're out of the fight. They're just maybe trying to work up the right comp to push Crimson's momentum down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but this is not an easy point to cap. A lot of teams have been full health on this as well there.
Having that boosted Ashe has been really helpful keeping Crimson out of this fight. Here comes Bob.
Yeah, it's just a constant fight. It's just Bob can be a big issue with damage in the backline. They deal with him well that way. Right, okay, because Elephant has got Shatter, so let's see if he can get him over. He just get a foothold.
Wonderful.
There's another male in the back. Oh, a remet kill on the opposite Hydra. Bob comes in. Elephant's been away.
Wonderful keeping Bob out of play for Hydra.
Yeah, it's a good window for Baron, but wonderful block to it. I think Hydra are turning this fight.
Wonderful does get the pick on Elephants.
They really
But
want this Ashe
Crimson they're still holding on to this.
Oh,
It's
is
not
that
done yet.
a baby D which I just saw there? Yes, it was.
Time to raise my APM.
This is going to be really hard for Hydra to get that.
Yeah, they're offset here.
Yeah,
make
like
it back to the point in time.
yeah, because this may be
Get
over.
their full crew back now. Mercy using her high jump to get into the point to go into overtime, but does get taken out.
Wait, he has another male? I thought he just used it. That is crazy. Another Bob.
He's going in there to stall, goes through immortality, although they're not going to last. Crimson just has control right now, and that's it. Full hold on the first point for Crimson.
Oh yes, because Dragons have definitely hit a switch since Full Sail. Because they're playing with a lot more confidence.
There you go, Wonderful. You earned it again.
Yeah, like, it's just these males on walls. They're getting so much value. Over and over.
So we actually are going into the 5th and final round, like I was hoping for. The first time we've ever went into a 5th map.
Yet.
And of course Dream once again doing what he does best on Ashe. He did amazing on Junkertown, so it was good to have him back in this map again.
Yep. Oh yes, because all the DPS tonight, because they've done phenomenal, to be honest.
So really there's no question on who gets the MVP from both sides on this one. Hydra, tip my hat to you once again, Dream.
Yeah. Yep,
He's
he's
killing
definitely
it,
a good
like
Ashe.
always. And Wonderful.
Yeah,
I know
you have
I've
to give
met
it to
you
Wonderful.
before.
It's just the male, it's the
Yep.
too big.
Yep, so he's been keeping Crimson in the fight, and Dream doing the same thing for Hydra.
Yeah, okay. And so we are going into the fabled map 5 that everyone loves to see, which is Lijiang.
We are Lijiang Tower. probably
yeah.
the least favorite map in terms of control points for me personally.
It's my favourite.
Yeah, I don't like Lijiang Tower. I really don't.
Oh yeah, my least favourite is Busan.
Uh, I mean, Busan's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I
well,
don't like control in general, but Busan's alright. I can deal with it.
alright, okay, we don't need to switch sides since it's control. Because which is good news for me, so I don't have to spend 5 minutes working out with the spectators.
So, I know we discussed earlier, you were wondering if a tie happens to happen on Volskaya, what would happen if it was a 2-2, but
Yeah.
fortunately this will be the fifth and final round, so we will have a winner after this map.
Oh yes, because it is not possible to tie in control.
Yeah. So we will have a team emerge victorious after this. Either Hydra or Crimson. One will advance to the next round of the regular playoffs, and one team will move to the loser bracket.
Change the map. Wait a second. I need to take uppers as well because I always forget you have to take one map off when you put another one. Alright, there we go. Because personally, for me, because I'm hoping to see Kamala back in for Hydra. Because that's no disrespect. Because that's no disrespect to any of the other tanks for Hydra, but I think Kamala's aggression and I would probably say leadership just makes a difference for them based off tonight. But I'm not the captain, and they're not putting him in. That's a shame, but
So-
you know, there's clearly a tactic behind it.
So for Hydra, it seems our lineup is going to be Elephants, Semper Fi,
Yep.
Rip, and Kamala, Rayo, and Sleepy. So we do have Kamala back.
Oh, Kamala is back. Oh, he's on DPS. You are right. Interesting. I did not know he could play DPS.
Yes.
I'm interested
wasn't
to see what he
expecting him.
plays.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see him move to the damage category for the fifth and final map, seeing as how he was such an aggressive Reinhardt. So I'm wondering, since his aggression is very high, I'm expecting a very high aggressive in-your-face style DPS, so either a Doomfist, Tracer, or possibly even Genji. I'm wondering, since they are very in your face, they like to just get up close and close quarters and just take you out face to face.
Oh yes, because I agree. Because I could also maybe see a Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper would also be.
Oh yeah, like, you know, I'm saying this because I could just check his profile, but I'd rather keep it suffice.
Something we haven't mentioned so far yet is the winner of this map tonight will go on to face Odin's Chosen next week in the playoffs. Not the
Ew.
loser bracket, but in the regular playoff bracket, we'll play Odin's Chosen.
Oh yes, because
So-
Odin's Chosen a very good team from what I know, because they're part of my organisation, because I believe they finished the season unbeaten. So, like, whoever gets to face them, because that should be a really good game.
Yeah, so whoever wins tonight will be up against a real tough challenge ahead of them. So that'll be an interesting matchup to see. Whether it's Crimson or Hydra, both sides have proven they're formidable,
Yep.
not just from tonight, but just in the regular season to make it to this point.
Oh yes, because not everyone can make it to playoffs, because some unfortunate teams could not make it.
Yep. So the fact that they made it this far, Odin's Chosen will have a tough challenge ahead of them, and so will whichever one of these two
Yep.
wins to go up against them. It won't be an easy fight for either side, just like how right now it's been back and forth in terms of
why did I not do
ultimates
that?
being
Oh, okay. It's my bad.
just like how it was back and forth with ultimates. They were both sides have been throwing ultimates back and forth like a volleyball. It's been taking one person out here, one here. It's been even. I think a lot of the reasons why why some of the teams have won the maps isn't necessarily because of the ultimates they used, but just because they've caught the players in a situation where they can just take them out efficiently and just capitalize on that quick kill that they were able to get. So here we go. We are on the 5th and final map, Lijiang Tower.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because we could see some fire again from the side of Crimson, because they used that a lot on Wheels.
Yeah, that kept them in the fight the longest time. It kept Crimson in there for, I would say, almost...
Okay, just give me a second. I just need to do a spec change. To blue team, I believe. Alright, because that was very honest there of Red Baron. Alright, because that was my bad. Alright, because here we go.
Ready for battle.
And there you go, you were right.
Yeah,
they are bringing in Pain back in for...
oh yeah, he's not the
Pharah
only
Mercy
Fowler though.
combo.
Kumala's on it also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has no
thought he-
symmetry, which is a shock to me. I normally see a symmetry on the spam. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, never mind. We have one. Okay.
Pain went Symmetra instead.
4, 3,
Yeah, because it's going to be because it's going to be really difficult for
Round one.
Crimson because to
Capture
kill
the
Kamala.
objective.
But with this sort of point, you don't have to, because you can like dodge
Never
the
mind.
Fowler.
He switched
Oh.
back to the Pharah instead. He decided not to go.
Oh, huge boom!
Oh, Kamala with the pick early on Wonderful.
Yeah, that's a lot of aerial charge. Also.
Yeah, looking for that quick kill on
Oh,
Pharmacy.
he-
Kamala does get the pick on Pain.
I was actually watching that kill. He definitely knows how to aim.
Nice Pharmacy combo from Kamala and Pain. Knowing how aggressive he was with Reinhardt, I'm expecting a lot of hardcore aggression from them this time around. This is match point for both sides. So Kamala, I know, is bringing out all of everything he's got.
Oh yes, because Payne has now went McCree to try and counter Kamala. But Kamala, again with her early pick.
Time to raise my APM.
Crimson looking to go around the right side to move in, but they are down one person.
Yeah, they are, because Kamala's got the larger one.
I am
Ooh, nice play.
Wonderful does get taken out by Dream again.
Yeah, because this is a very soft start off subject games at the moment. Because they just need to
Kamala
group
just raining down fire from up top. I think he has an ultimate, so he's looking to use it.
Oh yeah, he's definitely looking for it. Oh, they're going on the bridge. Didn't I think they'd go bridge? Oh no, it was a bit.
They know Kamala's up there. I don't know if they notice him. They're right behind him. He
Good
does
kill up there.
Sleepy with a quick res on Kamala, but does get taken out, so now Kamala's going to have to fall back.
Yeah, but
They do have a Reinhardt trapped, and they get him. Now
yeah,
Ghost Rider's
because Wonderful wins the big nail wall again. Kamala's not done though. Oh, Payne was a wonderful shot.
Kane doing a good job of shutting Kamala down to keep him from possibly turning the tide on that one.
Oh yeah, because that is a cap for Dragons.
So with 72% on the clock, Crimson's got a lot of time they have to eat up here to get it up to that point. So they got to hold off at least 2 or 3 team fights,
Step right up.
tie it up, and then another team fight after that to win the first round.
Alright, because both Reinhardt have got shot at. So let's see who, well, Elephants is more shot at. That's the nails again.
Did you see the Diva nano boost it? Look how much with the Dream.
Oh,
Does
he's
take
hitting
out
the
both supports.
He won't care after this one.
Nice job from Sleepy, bringing Dream back into the fight.
Oh yeah, that's very important. They probably win the fight now. From that wise.
Yep, so now Hydra back in possession, but Crimson did get it up to 50%, so they're not out yet.
Oh yeah,
You still
because-
have both Reinhardt and Lucio ult. They can ult into Lucio and then catch Elephant with his shield down and possibly take back the point, but they're going to have to move through it quick.
Yeah, because it looks like they're going for that play right now.
There they go, they jumped around the Reinhardt.
Yeah. It's just the ice wall again. Great shot.
Nice Earth Shatter.
Yeah, it's 99 though.
Nice job by Crimsom though, they pushed right on that Reinhardt. All the force they had. Took out Elephant before he could use his Earth Shatter.
Oh yes,
So, yeah.
definitely. Because Crimson seem to be a very well coordinated team with their
这
combos.
样可以挡住他们。
Yep, so they're going to have to keep a real close eye on him because he still has Earth Shatter. And if he pulls that off and catches Crimson with their pants down, that might be game over.
Oh yes, definitely, because Kamala is looking for that barrage if that shatter goes good.
If he's looking at him from behind with that barrage, he's ready for it.
Another kill off Kane on James.
He's looking for that. Kane's looking for that kill. He's trying to get it. High noon coming in.
Oh, that's
Not
unlucky for
simplified
Kamala.
that mess.
Kamala's going for
At
it.
all.
He's getting legs off his mercy. There's a wonderful moment.
Wonderful coming in with that ult. They needed that. That's perfect.
Yeah, it's up to Kamala and his
Hydra
mercy.
may lose this first round, but no, Kamala's still in it. He's
Yeah,
still
but
giving it all he's got.
I think they can turn it with the Reaper and Fire fantasy. Unless Reaper dies. Oh, Semper that from Ball.
Still pretty much even right now. It's anybody's game.
Yeah, Kamala's down.
Lucio doing a good job of riding along those walls, keeping Hydra in the fight.
Yeah, he definitely is. Because as a Lucio player, because I know how difficult that can be.
Reaper with his ult. Doesn't get anybody with it though. Oh,
Yeah, he tried to kill that. Oh, Kamala with a kill. Wonderful play of magical cat though to finish it off.
Ball. Nice shadow on ball.
Yeah.
And here we go. Crimson takes the first map.
break it. Damn!
Yeah, because Ghost Rider giving really long life.
Score.
That was another one of those long last minute fights that we seen on the first map where they just both sides were not giving it up.
Oh yes, because we may see the symmetry of one team this time. Because like I don't think I've seen a game where a team doesn't do symmetry on this map in like the last 2 months.
So right now this is match point.
Yep, match point.
Crimson takes this, they advance to face Ogi's Chosen in week 2.
Yeah, here's the symmetry power.
Like we see Dream going Symmetra. So they're gonna have a lot of trouble dealing with both Pharah and the Symmetra.
The line just goes in and kills himself. I think so.
It's unfortunate for Crimson, that's going to put them at a real disadvantage. Now Hydra's going to try to clean up on that.
Yeah, it's got a battle with the DPS outside. Milo wins.
Hydra does take possession of the first cap.
Yeah, it's a really good start. Very good start of Hydra because with the symmetry comp you need to win first fight.
They're gonna have to notice that teleporter is in the background for Hydra so they can get back to the point relatively quick.
Yeah, like it's gonna be really hard to break it though. Because I suppose like anyone can break it, they just need the space. Because McQueen on the high ground though. Okay, we have no
They're going to
ults
go
on
through
line.
the main doors, but those turrets are on the front doors, so they're going to have to watch out for those. The Symmetra's going to build ultra over that.
The barrage comes in. Kills the loot.
Does get rid of Blank.
Yeah, but Dragons are not giving us up. They probably should. Yeah, they just kind of get out this into some off.
Really doing what he does with the Symmetra. He does have his wall ready.
Yeah, because he does have his wall.
Wonderful does have his May ult Blizzard ready to go.
Oh yes, because if they can combo that with Window, it can be very deadly.
Just gotta make sure it doesn't get eaten by D.Va. They're trying to knock D.Va out of the next window. Here's the window. Aim his D.Va out of net.
Kamala become on the loose, so Crimson should win this fight though.
Just Kamala and Mercy on point now. D.Va bomb coming in, it should be... There we go, it does get the double kill on the Pharmacy combo.
Well yeah, because that's one way to kill a Pharmacy.
So now we're back in the scenario we were on the first round where if Crimson can hold it from here all the way through, they will advance.
Yeah, because that was the story of map 1. Because they are saying on the Symmetra. I thought they might change, but they obviously think they can get value.
Comes wall for Symmetra. They're all coming in.
Yeah, that was a really nice combo actually to move the wall with the detector barrel.
Routing power to forward shield.
And I think that may be it.
Yeah, I believe
the second round. And they do, so...
Yeah, well, because we're going all the way.
This is really back and forth. It couldn't come closer than this.
Yeah, but now we go to, Control Center, I think this is something?
Yes, I believe this is the control center.
Yeah,
so this
because
is where we will... Yeah.
Oh, we see Zarya for the first time. Maybe. Probably not.
Oh, we see Zarya and a pig.
Yeah, I don't
for
think
the first time tonight. Oh, nope.
Yeah,
Go back to Reinhardt.
Oh well, Kamala's on Doom.
This is the map, ladies and gentlemen, where we will see a winner decided on this map. Either it'll be Hydra or Crimson. Somebody's walking out of this map with the victory. Kamala with first blood, Blank with first blood on Kamala.
Yeah, that was just chaos. Oh, Blank. Getting the kills is Lucio.
Kamala coming, Crimson coming in very aggressive on that point. Pushing Hydra back in this one. Double kill from aim on both tanks.
Yeah, just a normal punch as well.
And on Sleepy too.
Oh, it's a good counter to the Doom that though, Kamala.
Nice switch from Kamala over to Sombra to limit Doom's capability.
Yeah, they're turning around Hydra.
Yeah, Ricky Dream getting double kills, so now Hydra coming in full force now to retake possession.
Yeah, because that was a nice
coming in
triple
trying to
kill.
stall. Meteor strike coming in.
Yeah, you can't touch.
But Hydra does get the cap on the points, and now they are in possession.
Yeah, he's most likely getting off Doom because of the Sombra. That's why he ulted, I would imagine. Yeah, he's on
to McCree. Nice pin on Ghost Rider. He's not getting anything.
Yeah, did make space. That is a huge shatter.
Earth Shatter.
I think
keeping Crimson back in spawn.
Yeah, they make a wonderful here. That is a nice bubble though. And good shield. Good shield, that's why. Okay, because Wonderful's got his mail, so he will likely use it early.
They might get a quick on Elephant, they do. And now Crimson's going to be coming in full force. Here they come.
Yeah. A possible overcommitment of Dragons there with the Shatter, but you need to win fast in control, so I don't think it's an issue.
So now Crimson back in possession of the point again. So now it's back and forth.
Yeah, the road's been back and
Crimson
forth all
going
night.
back into Hydra spawn. The whole
Oh, Elephant's in
wall
trouble.
off Reinhardt, so he's going to be taken out.
Another nice combo with Window and Deadeye.
Yeah. Amazing combinations from both sides. It's just been non-stop back and forth between the two. possession of the points, the ult exchanges, and everything. It's just been literally evenly matched. It couldn't have gotten any closer.
Oh yeah, I agree. Because this is a great way to pick up playoffs.
Grab coming in.
Oh, he gets pinned out with it.
More ult coming in from Hydra.
Diva bomb coming in. He's gonna get some kills.
Does
Nice.
get a triple.
Routing power to forward
That's
shield.
Hydra's opening. They got to go in with that. They do. Gets the pin. Baptiste.
Well, there we
I
go.
can't
Because
get-
you were talking about EMP bombs on Junkertown.
Yep,
We just saw it.
we got to see one. And here we are back with Hydra
Yeah.
in possession of the point again.
Time to read my GPS.
Oh, that's a nice boost off the wheel there, was that?
Swallow and they do get a double kill, so now here we go. Crimson coming in to take possession of the
Yeah,
point
they're
again.
yep. Back and forth.
Here we go. Yep, now Crimson back in forth.
It could be the end for Hydra though, because if Wonderful can get a nice ult on these dots, it's gonna be really hard
Balls
for
the
them to
door
push.
off right now. I think that might be the end.
Yeah. They're gonna struggle to touch.
90%.
Lose your best touch.
Hydra's going around the side to get back to the point.
There's the mail. They got the Lucio can touch, but I don't think it will matter.
High noon coming in, so it looks like Crimson might take this here. They get the high noon on Elephant, and it looks like, yep, we are going to see Crimson advance to round 2.
Yeah, indeed we are. Because what a series that was. It was a joy to watch.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. I didn't know who was going to win this one. At first, it seemed like Hydra had this one in the bag after the first 2 rounds, but no. As I said, entering the third map, it was a clean sweep from Crimson, so they earned it. As one of my teammates say, they fought like Scotsmen. They just put their dukes up and they just kept brawling.
Oh yes, because we need to mention the mental, like, because we have to mention the mental of Crimson Dragons. Because it could have been over for them on Volsire, because when Hydra finished with a 4-minute time bank.
Yep.
But
That usually
they pulled it
decreases
back.
a lot of people's. That usually decreases a lot of people's momentum, thinking, "Oh my God, the other team just capped with 4 minutes left. How are we gonna beat that?" But no,
Oh, yeah,
they came in, dive comp, jumped
Yeah.
right in the point. They took Hydra down. They brought the timer down to 2 minutes on both sides, and they walked out of the third map with a win, and they kept it going. And Hydra gave everything they had to flip the momentum from Crimson back and forth, and it literally felt like the momentum kept shifting
Oh yes, it
from
definitely
both sides
kept
back and
shifting.
forth. Like every time they took back the point, it's like, okay, now they have momentum. Nope, now they took it. It's just like it was tug of war. They just kept pulling on it, and they wouldn't let it go. And at that on that last point, Crimson just grabbed the rope. They pulled it and knocked Hydra all the way down to their knees, and just they collapsed.
Oh yes, because great credit to both teams. Because if I was Odin's Chosen, I would be very concerned about that next one.
So now for next week, when Odin's Chosen faces off against Crimson Dragons in week 2, I would be worried about going up against Wonderful. Since
Oh yes,
he,
wonderful. Like, you know, because I don't know if we can give MVPs, but he was the game changer because he came in and started the reverse sweep with his Mayflower.
Yep, and then of course on Hydra, when they go into the next map on the loser bracket, Kamala and Dream.
Oh yes, Kamala and G,
They
fantastic all night.
They bring in so much damage, and of course Sleepy with
Oh
the
yes,
damage
like all
boost
the
from
supports
Mercy.
did well tonight.
Yeah, I know the supports aren't usually discussed that often in terms of their benefit to the team, but Sleepy keeping Dream and Kamala in the fight with that damage boosting was
Oh yes,
Uh,
because I can't remember who the Anna was, but the Anna and Junkertown was really good as well.
yep. So that's it for us tonight. That was a very long game. That was 2.5 hours
Oh
of
yes,
of a game tonight.
uh,
So
oh yes, that was a hell of a series, and we will be back tomorrow night with the opening game of the Tier 1 playoffs.
yep. So that'll you'll see me and Queen in that game tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
of course,
because
Jack, it was. Go ahead.
just give me a second because I just want to check who's actually playing in that Tier 1 game. I know it's blank, I just can't remember who the team is. It is blank versus Zomnix tomorrow.
Yeah. So you'll see me and Queen for that game, but Shin, it was a pleasure casting my first game with you so far since we haven't met before.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm sure
because
we'll
pleasure
have plenty
casting with you.
more. Yeah, it'll be a pleasure to do more in the next coming weeks for the rest of the playoff season. I'm sure you'll be with me, Light, Swan, and of course Queen.
Oh yeah, of course, because
our
my
boss.
because my next game is the Tier 3 opening playoff game, which will be Narwhals versus Queens. So looking forward to that.
Yep. So with that, uh, wait for Tier
Yep.
1.
Yeah, yeah. Because good night to everyone, and bye.